Nelson, will you take the stand, please?
Will you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
Be seated.
Mr. Nelson, it was not our wish to bring you from a sickbed into this court. Nevertheless, since you came here of your own volition, I presume you are ready and willing to testify.
I am.
That's fine. I cannot answer for opposing counsel, but I shall be very brief. In fact, I have only one question. One simple question. Mr. Nelson, did you or did you not know of your wife's Negro blood when you married her? I shall repeat the question, Mr. Nelson. Did you or did you not know of your wife's Negro blood when you married her?
I did not. Well, that wraps up the old ball game. Nice going, Mother.
Your witness, counsel.
I will be brief too, Mr. Nelson. Do you want your marriage to Jenny annulled?
I do.
Why?
As I stated before, I didn't know she was colored.
What color did you think she was?
White.
Will you kindly speak up?
White.
As white of complexion as her father?
No, she was darker than Captain Sullivan.
What did you think made her darker?
The sun, she was very tan.
You love her very much, don't you?
Object. That's irrelevant.
Sustained.
Thank you, Mr. Nelson. That is all.
Is it honest paid?
Yes, Your Honor. The plaintiff rests.
You may continue with your defense.
Your Honor, I now call the defendant, Mrs. Roderick Nelson. But I would like for the plaintiff to remain in the courtroom during her testimony.
Mr. Nelson, will you please be seated?
After hearing Roderick's testimony, do you still want him as a husband?
Yes,
Would you mind telling the court why?
because I think he loves me. I don't think he cares what color my skin is.
You still want him? Even though it's obvious to everyone in this court that he's trying to get rid of you.
Oh, I don't think he's trying to get rid of me.
Move to strike that answer from the record.
So ordered.
Did you tell your husband of your colored blood before you married him?
Yes,
When?
one day in Mexico.
You spent a good deal of time on that beach with Roderick, didn't you?
Yes, nearly every day for several weeks.
You went swimming together?
Yes?
Now, Jenny, I'm going to ask you some very intimate but necessary questions. Did you and Roderick always wear bathing suits when you went swimming on that beach in Mexico?
No, not always.
Roderick saw you in the nude.
Yes.
Then he couldn't have been misled into thinking that your tan was all the results of the sun. In other words, Jenny, he couldn't help but know that those parts of your body normally covered by a bathing suit were the same color as the rest of you.
I don't see how he could have helped knowing.
Would you prove to the court that this is true?
Yes.
You understand that this means disrobing. Your Honor, it seems to us there is no other way to settle this question. If Your Honor agrees, and since there is a definite legal precedent, I request that the defendant be given the opportunity to sweep away the veil of lies that has obscured the simple truth.
The testimony thus far has been replete with contradictions on both sides. In consideration of this, I must say I agree that the issue has come to rest to a great degree. on the color of the defendant's skin. Therefore, most reluctantly, I'm going to grant counsel's request. But before proceeding, the courtroom will be cleared of all persons, except the principal.
Your Honor, you didn't mean to exclude the press.
My wire service covers the whole world. You have no right to censor us.
If you can look, why can't I?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not an exhibition. My ruling stands.
Please, at least appoint one of us to represent the rest.
All right, you know better. Move along.
Now, will you demonstrate to the court that what you have said is the truth?
Ginny, no man is worth this. Come home with me.
I'm sorry, Father.
Your Honor, I see no necessity for this display.
The court doesn't like it either, Mr. Nelson. Unfortunately, it finds no other method of resolving the question before it. Unless, of course, you're willing to admit that you were aware of your wife's color before you married her.
What do you expect to prove by all this? Suppose she is the same color all over. The sun didn't just tan her arms and legs. She was in the habit of not wearing a bathing suit. She stated that herself.
Is this true, Mrs. Nelson?
Well, partially, Your Honor. Often I went swimming in the nude, but only at night. In the daytime, I always wore a bathing suit.
Always?
Twice I didn't wear anything. Once I was with Chuck. We were very much in love.
I'm afraid there's no choice but to continue, Mr. Nelson.
Stop it! Get away from me. I thought I was doing what was right for my wife. I was wrong.